WCLN 1170 Radio and Star Communications Channel 16 proudly present the We Should Know Show, an upbeat, informative look at people, places, and issues facing our community. This education-based analysis of issues will remain positive and informative. Now, here's your host, J.W. Simmons, as we consider closely what we should know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We Should Know is on there. I want to thank you for being with us today. We're on site in beautiful Elizabethtown, Bladen County, known as Mother Nature's Playground. Also, I think it's literally the land of the lakes down here with the Cape Fear River and beautiful lakes. We got some folks we're going to talk to. It's going to tell us about some events coming up, some exciting things that's going on, and also we might get into a business conversation a bit, so stay with us. And I'm going to first introduce Terri Dennison. Terri, you've been on before, and your title has changed a bit, I think, from the last time you were on. You're now the Director of Communications Marketing with the town of Elizabethtown. That's and correct. That doesn't even touch all the things you're involved in. I can get these other two people to talk about that a bit. But I also want to talk about Kayla Bridgers. Kayla, Lou Mill Vineyards. Who has not heard of Lou Mill Vineyards? And you guys have got a lot going on there. One of the things we're going to talk about is the North Carolina Grape Festival. That's right. That's a huge going on. And the guy on the end that's in pink, if you can't recognize him on the TV, then you maybe need to adjust your color. He's the guy in charge of Pink Out, but he has a business, and it's called Barefoot's Sandwich Shop. The reason I know that, we're sitting just outside of Barefoot's Sandwich Shop, and you also do coffee. Beau, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
I'll start the conversation if we can, and let's get into some of the events coming up. I want to make sure we have ample time to cover those. The big thing I think that starts is literally on Friday, and this is Columbus Day weekend. And that's a huge thing, Terri. So I'm going to start with you. This bike event, Mountain to Sea, do those guys follow this Mountain to Sea trail that the state has promoted so big for a number of years?
They try to. They're following, mostly it's road bikes, so they're on roadways leading in, and they're coming from, out in Western and heading to Ocean Isle, where their last camping overnight spot.
We're talking 1,000 bicyclists. 1,000
bicyclists coming through. They'll be coming here from Benson. So from Benson to here.
So you're going to have folks can go out and greet them when they're coming in, and to just kind of get a little more detail with that with you. There's going to be folks camping out. There's going to be trailers, all kinds of things going along with these cyclists.
Right. Most bicyclists have somebody in support riding with them, and of course the overall organization, Cycle North Carolina, has its own trailers. They're moving the people's tents and things like that. So we expect about 3/4 of those, about 700, are going to be camping out behind Town Hall in Elizabethtown on our baseball fields. The other 1/4 of them are in different hotels throughout Elizabethtown and White Lake. So then we have a shuttle system that has to move all these people around.
Yep.
So there's a lot to work on.
This is October 11th. This is like starting that weekend.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So when I think about that, I also think about Lou Mill and what you guys have to offer. It may be some of those folks, maybe a 200 or 300, even more, might want to go to Lou Mill. And how are you kind of preparing for that?
Well, we expect typically every year for the North Carolina Grape Festival, we usually have around 2,000 people. So, we can accommodate that many. And if we can't, we'll figure it out.
So you better have more. You might have 2,000
I know, right?
200, right?
That's right. But, we do have our cabins, so I don't know if any of them are staying with us that weekend, but they're full that weekend, so that helps accommodate some of them. But I think moving forward, we're excited. I mean, I hope it'll bring more people to the Grape Festival and teach people that may not have ever heard about muscadine grapes, because we'll have you pick that day. They can try muscadine wine. So there's several other things that we offer to people that aren't familiar with the area and what Bladen County has to offer.
Absolutely.
So.
And Beau, I think about you. You've got a small business here, plus your wife has a small business here, and you and I've talked about this off camera. There's a huge number of folks that can I guess, not only justify, but deal with this size crowd.
Oh, absolutely. I'm thrilled, and what I say are bodies, and we need tourism here. We love visitors. We're very welcoming. And I do want to get back to Kayla. They have a great stomping competition, don't you? They have a great stomping competition.
The most important thing.
So if you've ever watched Lucille Ball, you can do some great stomping over at Lou Mill on Saturday. But yes, we've got businesses. It brings bodies to our region, and we're so glad to have them. And people are just so accommodating around here. We welcome you. We can handle you. I've got some of my staff that worked in the past has agreed to come back and work for me just that day on that Friday night and Saturday to help us out. So we're so excited.
Well, it's huge expectations too. I mean, you guys are really have really bumped up everybody and got them dialed in to be prepared for this size crowd.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the other thing I want to kind of clear up this. There seems to be some question as to, well, you know, if I go to Lou Mill and then we got the bicycle thing, we're not talking but a short distance in driving. Beau and I were talking about this earlier off camera. You can get to point A and point B here within 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
This is not Raleigh. This is not downtown anywhere. That's going to be easy to transition that path.
It'll be really good. That's why we're promoting the whole weekend, is come stay with us, because you have the choices of all of these events to go to, you know, starting Friday night. Cheer the cyclist in, come out here to the Pink Out, stay Saturday. We've got a car show going on in Elizabethtown. We've got the North Carolina Grape Festival out at Lou Mill. You know, it's a matter of 7-8 miles. That's nothing to drive. And
so
then
all that's happening on the 11th. Now I want to transition kind of quickly, and you opened the door perfectly as you mentioned Pink Out. Do I need to say that I need to introduce Beau to talk about Pink Out? I don't think so. Beau, if anybody knows about Pink Out, you definitely do. And for all of those folks watching on TV, if not, watch the show on Tuesday or Thursday and you'll see the reason. I have never seen anybody pinked out quite as much as you.
Well, this is simply an hors d'oeuvre here. It gets pinker than this, just so you know. I would like to say real quickly, because I like to give credit where credit's due. Joe and Ginger Tatum approached me with Tatum Realty about doing an event last October, and she had a relationship with the Pink Slips band. So it's Pink Out with the Pink Slips is what we came up with. And I thank them for approaching me about that. And we paid for the band last year, and we took donations. And the donations went to Bladen County Medical, Bladen County Health?
The Bladen County Health.
Bladen County Health. And what it was, every dollar raised was earmarked for mammograms only in Bladen County for those uninsured or underinsured. So the money's earmarked to stay here, and it came in on donations. We paid for the band. I had some other sponsors that came through. Paul Norris, thank you very much, with Farm Bureau. And they assisted us with handling the expenses out front. And we raised between $7,000 and $10,000, and I don't know the exact amount, that was given to Bladen County Healthcare. And this year, I'd like to thank the town of Elizabethtown and Bladen County Health and Mr. Spencer Cummings, their new president. They've jumped on board to be the sponsors this year and kind of taken the expectations and the onus off our small businesses that, you know, it was costing us a couple $1,000s each to put this on. They can grow it. They can make it bigger. They can make it better. There's no jealousy here. Thank you. I love you for doing that for us, and we can still be here and support it. So put some pink clothes on. Come out for the Pink Out. They're going to shuttle the cyclists down here. Last year we had 600 to 700. We're expecting over 1,000 this year. It is a free concert. All I'm going to ask you from the bottom of my heart is, please make a donation of any type, from $25 to $1,000, which we sold a quilt for last year, and it would be appreciated. Thank you.
And that's 6 to 9 p.m. on the 11th.
Yes, sir.
And that's the band will be playing. And again, the theme here is pink, and it's built around looking after the ladies that may need a mammogram.
Absolutely. And I would like to state real quickly, this is about doing our best to assist those who are diagnosed with cancer. Early diagnosis is the best preventative for breast cancer. Everybody knows that. There's not a person watching this that hasn't been affected by cancer. Put on pink, come out, be foolish, have a good time, and you're going to see me here. We're going to be promoting it to the nines. And again, I thank everybody who assists us with this.
And if anybody has any questions, obviously they can go to the website. They can call. The numbers are out there, and we'll post some of those on the screen too for people on the TV side. But the radio side, we're talking probably 8 or 10 counties here that oftentimes dial in. So if you're interested, it's a short drive. And Terri, I think you mentioned this. Everything is proximity here, but it's such a easy drive down. I mean, in fact, it's quite relaxing.
Yep, come on in, 87-701, find your way here.
And the signs will be there, Kayla, for folks that are, well, I'm not sure I know where, Lou Mill is, but there will be ample signs directed.
Don't worry, we have 9 new billboards going up within the next 2 weeks, so there'll be plenty of signs.
Especially the interstate, getting off 87. I mean, it's easy to get right in there.
Yes.
And ample parking.
Yes,
you have food there. It's almost like you're going to multiple venues in one location.
Absolutely.
And I think it's critically important. The pink slip band, I think, are they all in pink, Beau? I mean,
they had on all pink last year, and the show was spectacular. And I'll be quite honest with you, I've never seen another event where people were so compassionate and loving. And Terri did a memorial wall with Marcia DeAndre and Miss Jones, and they literally had the council people who were in tears putting up bows in there. And then that same individual would come out and dance. I mean, I get tears in my eyes because it was a very special evening. It's hard to mix remembrance and dance, but we did, and it was really sweet. There's nothing like it you'll ever go to. I promise you.
It sounds like compassion, care, and sharing the love.
That's exactly what it was last year.
Just kind of bundling it up. Sound like you got all of that going on.
We did. We were very blessed, and the crowd was spectacular, and 98% of them were all pinked out as much as I am.
Absolutely. Well, if they're getting close to you, you're definitely pinked out. We're going to take a break here, and then when we come back, I want to continue this conversation and get in all of these events that's happening on that one weekend. And it's critical that folks understand they need to just go ahead and mark their calendar out for about three days, and if they want to stay overnight, they can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. We're in Bladen County. We're at the farmers market. You want to look at the show. You want to hear this. A lot of events. You don't want to miss it. Be back in a moment.
Computer viruses, malware, and ransomware are out there. They're dangerous, and they can steal your identity and damage your equipment. Star Communications is now offering Protect IQ. The service adds an extra layer of protection to every device connected to your network, working quietly in the background. Star can help you protect yourself from the inside out with Protect IQ. Call Star today and take advantage of this free service when you sign up for whole home Wi-Fi with Star Communications.
How can your friend save you money? It's easy. Refer a relative, coworker, neighbor, or friend to Star Communications. Friend signs up for high-speed internet service. Friend's new account is confirmed. Friend gives your name to our service representative as the one who referred them to Star. You receive a $30 internet credit. It's just that simple. And even better, receive a $30 internet credit for every referral that results in a new confirmed account. High-speed internet from Star Communications. Refer a friend today.
Welcome back, folks. We Should Know It's on there. Thank you for being with us today. We're coming to you on Star Communications TV Channel 16, also simulcast on WCLN Radio. We're talking about happenings in Bladen County, in Elizabethtown, and the area surrounding it. We're talking with Terri Dennison, Director of Communication and Marketing for the town of Elizabethtown, North Carolina here, and we're also talking with Beau Barefoot on the other end. In the middle, we have Kayla Bridgers with Lou Mill. Beau is pinked out, in case you guys didn't notice in the first segment. He is pinked out. We got a lot of stuff we talked about the pink out happening, Beau. And you also have two businesses here. Your family does. You got a sandwich shop, and your wife also has a business. I want to zero in, however, on the 12th. We talked about the 11th, the 12th of October. That day, there starts out with this thing called Made in the Shade car show. Does this mean the cars were made in the shade? I'll start with you, Terri.
No, it means they're in the shade of a pecan grove.
All right.
So right out on the western side of Elizabethtown, near San Jose Mexican restaurant, they get hundreds of cars for the show. This show originally was to take place in August, but we had the hurricane come through, so they had to postpone. And it just worked fabulous that their date would be October 12th. And I let them know, hey, you know, we've got a lot going on this weekend. I'm glad that you guys are doing it. They're a little happier because it'll be cooler for them. So they're anticipating. They get cars from all over the East Coast, not just North Carolina.
Now, are these classics or are these antiques?
Cars, classic antiques, cars, motorcycles, trucks. You see a variety out there. They do. They actually have, about 12 different categories that they give awards in. So it's very neat. It's worth going around. You meet local people, you meet new friends, you meet people coming from all over for.
You know, one of the things that I reflected on when I saw that was going on, I looked back and I've noticed that some of these classic cars, we're talking $250,000 or more for a car. That's more than that hamburger or sandwich, Beau.
Just barely.
My gracious.
Barely.
I mean, you just don't really realize how much they put into these things. And so we're talking literally the price of somebody's home.
Right, and they're very proud of them, and usually the color means something to them or means original color for the car. You can learn a lot from the different car owners about their vehicle.
And Kayla, I'm trying to put it in my geographical brain here now. It's San Jose's restaurant and where the car show is and the proximity to Lou Mill. Is that close? Is that near, easy to get to, where they could also end up at something called the Grape Festival that's also going to be going on?
Oh yeah, I would say it's about 7 to 8 miles. I mean, it's not far at all. You just go down and you get on 87.
So we're talking minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're actually, our GPS address is Elizabethtown, but we are in Dublin, North Carolina.
Beautiful downtown.
Oh yes, oh yes. So you actually turn by the Dollar General in Dublin, and we're down there. Follow all the signs.
And everybody knows where the Dollar General's are.
Everybody knows where Dollar General's at. Everybody knows. It's the
rural
only,
America, you got to have a Dollar General.
Of course. So
well, it is one of 25 in our county, but it is the one in Dublin. It is the one in Dublin.
If you turn right or left, there
it is. The one in Dublin.
But
that's amazing.
So we're, I would say, at the most 10 minutes from where the car show is going to be.
So we're looking at a car show like 8 to 3, and of course your festival, the Lou Mill Festival, is 10 to 3. So
that's correct.
So there, you think there will be folks that maybe would go by and look at the cars and then go over to where you are and say, I want to see people stomping on grapes and that kind of thing.
That's right. So we have a lot going on. We have, well, actually, so the festival doesn't start till 10, but this year we're starting a pancake breakfast back. We used to do it several years ago, but then with COVID and everything, we kind of backed down doing that. But this year, Emerald Bladen Charter School is having a fundraiser, a pancake breakfast. So that's starting at 7, which is perfect because that's when our vendors come and start setting up and things like that. So that'll start at 7, and then the actual festival starts at 10. And then we'll have at 11 the grape stomp. And then starting at 12, from 12 until 3, the North Tower Band is coming to play. So, and all of this is free. It's free for everybody to attend, free parking, the concert's free, grape stomp's free, free wine tasting.
Wow.
So.
Okay, there's another 250,000 people. I mean, you offer free wine, Beau.
No, but I mean, that's the great thing about this weekend. Okay, you got Cycle NC coming in. They're coming down here to a free concert, hopefully that night. The next morning you get up and you can go to the car show. It's free. Yeah, registration starts at 8. You can meander all the cars, in the pecan trees in the shade. You can leave there, get in your car in under 10 minutes. You can go to Lou Mill. They're going to have vendors there. It's free to get in, free grape stomp, free concert. Where can you take your family and go free this day and time and have? We're just on the first 2 days of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can it happen? Very few places. So come see us. I'm telling you, it's going to be a ball.
And the beauty is you're not expecting any traffic jams or waiting in line or things like that. I mean, it's spread out. There's geography there.
Yes, this is our 18th year doing this.
So you got it gauged.
We've got it pretty much gauged on how it actually started. Before, I don't know how old I was. I'm 31 now, so.
Yeah.
But it started as a yard sale, a community yard sale. And then since then, it's just, we have local vendors that come and set up. We have craft vendors that set up. We have local businesses that'll come and set up. But mainly it's craft vendors, business vendors, boutiques and things like that. I have 21 food vendors coming.
21 food vendors.
So everybody better come hungry. We've got everything from gourmet s'mores to brisket. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff. So that's what I'm most excited about.
So if somebody can't find something with 21 vendors that they would like to eat, they can always go to Barefoot Sandwich
That's
Shop.
right. That's
Absolutely.
right.
Barefoot, you got them covered.
It's numbers. We just want you to come to our. Want you to come to our county. We want you to come to our town. We want you to go support our businesses. I don't care which one you go to. If you want to come see me, I love you. But if you want to go see Lou Mill and hang out all day and dance to the band and have a food vendor, go have fun. I'm telling you, our community is awesome, and we all work together. I have no words for, I consider her mother the matriarch, if you will, of Lou Mill Vineyards. She has worked with us hand in hand since we've been here and welcomed us in like family. And we are blessed and graced with them being good business partners. So we're going to help them and they help us. And there's a lot of businesses around here that do that.
Terri, Beau just said something that also triggered the thought. The word partner. Is partnerships a big deal in Bladen County?
Oh, absolutely. It's why we can put a weekend like this together, talking about how can we help each other, how can we support each other. And even like with the cyclists coming in, they're going to be over in White Lake too. They're going to be visiting the restaurants in White Lake. We're making sure the shuttle picks them up and brings them to all the places. When we think about a project or an event like this, we're thinking about who all needs to be part of it, and we try to make sure everybody knows about it.
As we're talking about this, it just makes me think that this is, and we're sitting here at the farmer's market, and it just makes me think that maybe Steve Troxler, the Secretary of Agriculture, ought to be aware of what's going on here, because this is the world that he represents.
Yes.
Clearly, when you look at grapes, clearly when you look at the contribution of ag, that's the financial base of a number of counties in the eastern part of the state and in North Carolina. I think it's $100+ billion industry.
Absolutely, and one of the other important things about ag is our pork industry.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to go into Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's into the 13th, which is on Sunday. And now Smithfield Food, everybody knows that name, and it's a huge revenue generator for local government, for everybody in the county.
Largest employer.
And I'll set the stage for that a lot of people depend on that in not only Duplin, in Bladen, but Sampson, and we could just go around the list, Lenore and other counties.
Yeah, it's, they have the largest workforce in this area, in the 5-county area. And they have always been a joy to work with. And when we approached them with the idea of the Smithfield Cup, they jumped right on board. They're the naming sponsor, obviously, of the Smithfield Cup. It is something that hasn't been done. It is a North Carolina versus South Carolina pitmaster competition where the people decide who's the winner.
Wow.
So it's going to be quite something. We have 3 pitmasters from South Carolina, 3 from North Carolina. One includes local Matthew Register from Southern Smoke. A lot of people know him.
Well known,
and he's going to be one of our pit masters. And you will, now this is a ticketed event. You do need to buy a ticket for it. But if you have a ticket, you're going to get a punch card, and you're going to be able to get a sample from each of the pit master. They're each cooking something different, but the North Carolina and the South Carolina, one will be cooking like the pork belly, and one will be cooking barbecue. So you'll get to taste each, and then you vote for which team you think was the best. Beautiful, beautiful crystal trophy will be given to the winner, and we're trying to make sure it goes to the governors to show off for each state when they win.
Who came up with this idea?
We actually are partnering with a company called Tar Heel Festivals. They're the people behind the Pinehurst Barbecue Festival, which happens Labor Day in Pinehurst. Gets a huge amount of people to it, very well organized. We approached them, and this is the concept they brought to us, to the town of Elizabethtown. So this will take place out at Cape Fear Winery and Distillery. And it's we're looking forward to a really good first year for this event.
So you'll be pulling additional businesses in. You mentioned Cape Fear Winery, which is a whole nother venue, not unlike, but some similarities with Blue Mill, but a complete different world as it relates to wineries. When we come back, I want to kind of delve into some of this a little bit more, and also talk about some of the challenges and opportunities that you see in the positions and the specific things that you're connected with for rural America. And we'll maybe finish the show out with that last 2 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. We're on the air.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
You're out for an evening on the town. Finally a chance to relax and forget that you left your front door completely unlocked. Fortunately, you just installed a security system from Star Communications. With just your cell phone, you can check on your house, lock it down, light it up, and get back to relaxing.
You forgot to put Buster in his crate.
Unfortunately, we can't help with that. Security and automation from Star Communications. Call today to find out more.
Welcome to Cork and Brew Roseboro, where you can enjoy your favorite coffee, fraps, smoothies, bakery items, sandwiches, and select beer and wines while reconnecting with friends and family. Sit down and enjoy the experience. Come on by and give us a try.
The average American household has 17 devices connected to the internet. With more and more devices able to get online, you may need to increase your internet speed. Call Star Communications today and let us help you select the package that's right for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We Should Know is on the air. J.W. Simmons here, your host. We're coming to you on site in beautiful Elizabethtown, North Carolina, home of lakes, and also referred to as Mother Nature's Playground. I don't know who came up with that, but we're going to find out. That's a great slogan. There's a lot going on down here on Columbus weekend. We've talked quite a bit about some of the events. We're going to drill into do other things. And some of the kind of things that is so critically important we talked about was partnerships. And our guest today is Terri Dennison, Director of Communications and Marketing for the town of Elizabethtown. Beau Barefoot, Beau's Sandwich Shop, and your wife also has a business here. And if you hadn't noticed, he's really pinked out, and he'll get pink on you in a minute. So we'll talk about that a bit. And Kayla Bridger's Lou Mill Vineyards, where all the good stuff, and in many cases the sweet stuff, can be found. So let's get back into this conversation, guys. We've thrown out a lot of things happening. It's been we've pushed it out there kind of quick. Let's go back and kind of reflect. This is all done with the help of a lot of people. It's the folks you're seeing on the screen today. Would I be safe in saying you guys represent thousands of people in this area?
I don't know if I'm that arrogant. I don't mean it in that manner. I just
it's a good
we love the community. I mean, we love the community. Thing. I don't know if we represent them or not. We want to. We love them, and we want them to love us. So we represent Mid-America and the conservative values and hard work is what I feel we
compassion
represent.
And care.
Compassion, care, the pink out, the town coming on board because of Cycle NC and offering monetarily to help with the pink out, and then Cape Fear coming with the town and taking a burden of finances off of me. I mean, it's a partnership that didn't have to happen, that did happen. Lou Mill taking it on themselves to somewhat partner with the Maid in the Shade because it's the same day. One could get mad with the other, but they don't. You can go to the car show, then you can go to Lou Mill. Then the next day we're going to another winery. We're leaving Lou Mill and we're going to Cape Fear Winery. What's not to love about that? I want you to eat at Melvin's since 1938 over here. I want you to go to my friend Giorgio's restaurant. I want you to eat with me. I want you to eat at San Jose at the car show. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of places, and you're not going to be on top of each other, and we'll get you fed. And it's not like a downtown metropolitan area where you can't get around and you get hammered and you wait 3 hours to get in a restaurant. Come and have fun, and most of it's free. God bless you.
Painless. And timeless.
Right.
It's critically important. And you know, Terri, you and I talked a bit about off camera this whole timeless idea of the historical presence that exists here. I mean, you guys are nestled right here on the Cape Fear River, on the banks of the great Cape Fear, and used to be the roadway. You know, guys, that was what we look at now as 87 and I-40. The rivers were the roadways.
Yeah, the Cape Fear it's amazing. I really think it's untapped potential for us. We haven't done a lot. We have an overlook at Torrey Hole Park that you can go and see the Cape Fear River. But I think one of our goals, and the county has been working on it, is increasing outdoor recreation and the importance of outdoor recreation to our economy. And the Cape Fear River plays a huge part of that. And how do we get more people offering kayak rentals and things like that? So you talk about partnerships, that's a future partnership goal that we're trying to nurture at this time.
We talked some time back, Terri, about a bicycle trail that I recall, and literally that's online. And as we were preparing for, this was another show, as we were preparing for that, there's just unbelievable amount of time watching someone on that trail with a GoPro riding that bicycle up and down, and we're talking, you got to be in shape to do. I don't know whether you could do it in pink or not, but you could, I guess.
Well, it's Browns Creek, and what is it, Terri? 17 miles, 13, 17 miles? I don't even know.
It's almost 17 miles of trail.
You got to be an athlete.
And
their goal is to go to 26, which will make them an epic bike trail. And you talk about partnerships, that's Cape Fear Sorba. So it's a southeastern mountain bike group that pretty much is developing that bike park for it's town of Elizabethtown property, but they are developing it. They maintain the trails. They help it keep growing. And I've been here 5 years, and they've grown more than doubled since I've been here.
And Mr. Simmons, according to the cyclists that come here and participate on that trail, they say it's in the top 2 or 3 in the state. You know, it's hard to compete with the mountains of North Carolina, obviously, as far as a bike trail.
Sure.
But it has, I believe it's over 500 feet of elevation change, and people just don't believe that. It's a fantastic trail. And I did want to say, in regards to the Cape Fear River, this is where we're blessed as a town and don't realize it at times. The new bridge is going up, and once that new bridge is up, Obviously, we've got 701 through town, which is a main thoroughfare. Our little town will probably never be bypassed because it would cost millions upon millions to go 5 or 6 miles up or down the river and go around our town. So we're so lucky we'll always be viable here.
Right.
And Elizabethtown is just a great town, and we just want people to come and visit.
And the thing is, when I think about the destination, looking at this as a destination, you got Lou Mill, Kayla, that's there, that's offering a variety of opportunities, and you just kind of touch on some of the things if I'm passing through that Lou I might not see, that you would want to say to 50 people that's on a bus coming through, and you want them to stop at Lou Mill. What do you want them not to miss?
Well, I mean, it's a family-friendly place. That's one of the things that we gear towards is bring your whole family. It's not just somewhere you get a wine tasting at. We have self-tours where you can go around. There's fishing that you can do most of the time until we start putting Christmas lights up, which we'll start doing soon. At the end of October, we have a festival of lights that will kick off after Thanksgiving that also brings family and thousands of people to Bladen County. So we have overnight accommodations. We have 12 cabins now on our property. Over 85 acres of muscadine grapes that we just finished picking last week. So we've got a lot going on, and it's a great place for your family, but you can have venue rentals where you come and do rentals. I've had my little girl's birthday party there. I mean, we have everything from weddings to birthday parties to family reunions, and we've got 2 guest houses that people rent for showers, wedding showers and things like that, or overnight accommodations. So there's a lot, and there's a lot of history there. It's named after my great-grandparents, Lucille and Miller Taylor. They actually lived on the houses that are still on the property and we still use today. So, of course, you have the wine tastings and the things like that, but there's a lot of history of Bladen County at Lou Mill Vineyard, too. So there was tobacco there before it was muscadine grapes. So that's why our grapes are so much better. Is because there was tobacco there, is what they tell me now.
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not.
Well, apparently it's true. It's still going on.
There you go. So, I mean, it's just, there's a lot for everybody there, and a lot we have people that come in with their campers and their RVs that stay overnight, that they stay there and they may not want it. We don't have restaurants or anything like that, but we send them to Barefoot Brew in the mornings or to Barefoot Sandwich Shop, Bernie's. So that's another way that we partner with. I send an email out to every single one of our cabin guests that come to tell them where to go eat. And it's always in Bladen County. So we reach a lot of people just from our 12 cabins that I don't think we would get if we didn't have those.
12 cabins. She said 12 cabins.
12
She
cabins.
understated her
I'll
light
just
show.
say
How many miles is your light show? She understated her light show.
It takes about 30 minutes to drive to the light show.
It takes 30 minutes to drive
the lights are synchronized
with
the music. We've got a country buffet that we have during that time. So the candy shop, Santa Claus is there. So we have a lot that goes on that after the North Carolina Grape Festival, we kick it into Christmas.
So it just continues the rhythm.
It's just agribusiness at its finest.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean that.
Yeah, and it really, it spurred us. It was using Lou Mill's Christmas lights that really helped us boost up what we do in Christmas here. Right. So there's a lot throughout the whole county to celebrate Christmas, and really the inspiration was the Lou Mill Festival of Lights.
You know what I'm as we're talking, I keep floating back to that Mother Nature's playground. And to me, that's kind of amplifies the idea of tranquility, of peace, of relaxation, of calm down. It's going to be okay, whatever it is. And guys, is that what people are looking for today? Maybe they don't. Maybe their psychologist needs to tell them that. But it's like, I look at society now, and if we need that, now's when we need Mother Nature, I guess.
Right.
We moved here 7 years ago from Raleigh, and we love it. The community has embraced us. You can get from point A to point B like that. I left the sandwich shop the other day at 10:10, and I was back by 11 o'clock and paid 4 bills, filled up with gas, and here I am. Let me know in Raleigh how fast you can pay 4 bills and fill up with gas. If you
Probably a week.
Yeah,
At least.
genuinely, and we love it. But there are different stages in your life. This is a good stage for us, and we love the community. They've embraced us, and this is just where I grew up. I mean, I grew up in Four Oaks, North Carolina, and I feel like I'm back there now.
Well, and I think part of what I'm hearing you guys saying is we're also celebrating our rural heritage.
Absolutely.
It's a celebration of who we identify with and what we are. And literally, Beau, we've talked about this, that what is our expectation, not only for ourselves, but for people? How do you message that in such a way? Is this the way we message it, to bring people in and let them experience it?
Mm-hmm. I think they have to experience it. From a tourism standpoint, anytime you bring somebody in, you aren't just welcoming a visitor, you're welcoming a potential resident. And you always want to be putting your foot first. You know, they could decide to come here, and there have been a lot of people, I think Beau could tell you, he's met a lot of people who've said, I came here to visit, I love it, now I'm looking for a house here.
I had one Saturday from Fort Myers, Florida, come in the sandwich shop. When people come in that I don't know, obviously I'm not very fearful, and I said, where are you guys from? Why are you here? You know, they're taken aback initially. I said, look, well, I moved here from Raleigh and we love it. And they were looking at homes in Baytree, thinking about moving here. Had never been here because he got a job in Wilmington. But they love it here because they don't, you know, Fort Myers is Wilmington to them as far as the traffic and the urban setup. So they want to be in the country and drive back to work.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to kind of top the conversation with a little bit more about Christmas and look at some of the unique things that you guys face on a daily basis that maybe folks could help you with. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. We Should Know It's on the air.
At Fisher's, it's not just about fashion. It's about exceptional service. Experience top-notch customer care and find your perfect look. Visit Fisher's today and feel the difference.
At the Reedy Mark, we take pride in a unique, distinguished customer experience. We specialize in handcrafted cocktails, allocated bourbons, as well as gourmet signature food items exclusive to our menu at the Reedy Mark in Roseboro.
If you run a business, you need sales. To get sales, you need customers. To get customers, you need exposure. Let our team of experts craft and produce the perfect video ad to reach your intended audience while making the most of your advertising dollars. Call 1-800-706-6538 or visit starcom.net to contact our Star Communications production team and get your business moving to the next level.
Experiencing slow internet? If you have a fast internet package, the problem is most likely your wireless router. With more devices using Wi-Fi, your wireless router may not be able to deliver the speed and coverage you need. We now have the leading solution to enhance your internet experience. Using small devices in a mesh network, these Wi-Fi appliances cover just about any size home so that all your devices can operate to their fullest potential. Whole home Wi-Fi from Star Communications. Get the most out of your internet connection.
Folks, thank you for being with us today. We're coming up on the last part of the show. We're coming to you from Elizabethtown, North Carolina, from Mother Nature's playground, as it were, the land of the lakes and the river. We're talking about a number of issues. I want to remind you that this show airs on Tuesday at 2:30, simulcast on WCLN Radio, Star Communications TV, Channel 16. There's also a replay at 7 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday on Star Communications TV, Channel 16, and then of course it's uploaded to your favorite social media platform and you can pick it up there, yes, most anytime, or just go search YouTube and you can find a number of shows. This particular show you want to look at maybe 2 or 3 times. Guys, thank you for being with us today, and not look at it simply because of Beau Barefoot's pink outfit, but about the content. But Beau, that has a lot to what we talked about today. So we got Beau Barefoot with Barefoot Sandwich Shop. We've got Kayla Bridges with Lou Mill Winery. We've got this person that is literally is a spark plug around here called Terri Dennison. And this title, we got to put, I don't know, some lightning bolts here somewhere, but it says Director of Communication and Marketing with the town of Elizabethtown. Guys, can we do better than that? I don't know. Can we just go, boom, what is that? But you literally have taken on, when I say the word Elizabethtown, I mean, we're talking, you got Dublin going on, you got Clarkton going on, you've got White Lake going on. I mean, all of it, I feel the rush from all of these activities as a combination of people coming together to make the world a better place. What am I missing? I'll start with you, Beau.
Well, I think something we've not mentioned just real quickly, and you said the Land of Lakes, got Jones Lake State Park, Lake Singletary State Park over there, and I live at White Lake. So 3 of the Bay Lakes right here, beautiful. Jones Lake is free, go spend the day. White Lake's more commercialized. Fantastic restaurants, hotels, go over there and have a big time. And my wife and I go to Singletary with the dogs and walk a mile and a quarter trail by the lake, down a 500-foot pier, over a little waterfall. So if you want to be primitive, go to Singletary. So I don't want to miss those. Yeah. It is truly Mother Nature's playground. The Cape Fear River, Lou Mill Vineyards, Cape Fear Vineyards. There's so much to do in this county. It gets frustrating because sometimes when you live somewhere, you can't see the forest for the trees. Absolutely. And people come in and say, well, there's nothing to do. I said, have you been around the county?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Dublin Peanut Festival yesterday? Are you going to Lou Mill to stomp grapes? Are you going to go walk your dogs at Singletary? Are you going to go kayaking at Jones? Are you going to go ride your bicycle? So my sense is there's more to do here than there is anywhere else around, and you can get to it to do it. Absolutely. And virtually every business around here supports one another. I say it all the time. I don't want Beau Barefoot's Philly steak and cheese every day, okay? So I go get me a Melvin's burger, or I go get me a pizza at Rendezvous, or I go to San Jose and have Mexican. We go to Whiteville and eat. It's okay. I just want to get in a rotation as a businessman and love you and have you love me and come eat with me once every 7 to 14 days. And that's all I can ask a person to do. And if you eat with me one time, then go over there and eat, and go over there and eat, okay? So we all help each other. It's simply bodies. People to this area help us, and we're so thankful for the locals who keep us in business and support us, and we're so thankful for the tourists who do come and enable us to make a profit, because without them, it'd be hard to survive.
Terry, one of the things he mentioned that I thought about you immediately when he said he talked about peanuts. Bladen County is known for peanuts, and if you really want to go nuts, this is a place to go.
Oh, I like that.
There we go.
We're close.
and our pecans and all of that.
Yeah.
We do our agriculture heritage is just amazing in this county, and we tell the story with some of the festivals that we have. We'd like to see us tell it a little bit more, just like our history. There's a lot to be told there. They're the stories we have to share.
We talked about the cottages at Lou Mill. Cape Fear has cottages also. So it's a unique experience. It's not as Beau, you were talking about the big city a while ago. It's not like the big city where you hit a elevator and you got to go to the 15th floor and then try to hope your car don't get vandalized and all that kind of thing. This is tranquil, peaceful, quiet. Everything you were talking about. I'm so glad you mentioned all these other lakes, and we got a state park here, for heaven's sake. That's all about lakes. How do you get people, from your perspective as a business person, to envision and see what you know is there?
Well, I do have a lot of people that always ask me, well, we want to come stay, but what is there to do? Well, I laugh and I say nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a wonderful thing.
Like on the property, you can walk around, you can go fishing, you can do, but social media is our biggest platform. Mm-hmm. So we share pictures that our guests send us, that they post that they had a great time and things like that. So, all you have to do is see it. Go to our website and look at the pictures, and that's how you get people there. It's beautiful. You got a view of the pond and you got a view of the vines. Yeah. During Christmas, you're in a gingerbread house. So, it just depends on when you really want to come there.
Yeah. Mr. Simmons, I think they've got heart-shaped spas in the log cabins too.
Oh, no.
We make sure we put those
that opens up a whole other room.
They got heart-shaped spas in their cabins. You don't see that a lot.
We did, from the chamber perspective this year, especially just a couple months ago, we introduced a whole bunch of half-day and one-day itineraries that are online, and that all of the hotels and places around are now putting in their rooms, so people can click on them and see, here's a day of history for you. Right. Here's a day of outdoor recreation. Here's a retail therapy day. And you can travel this whole county and go to some of the most unique little shops and just meet the local people and find these little treasures flavors you're not going to find anywhere else. So those are available on the Chamber's website, those itineraries.
You know, I'm feeling, Beau, I'm feeling that phrase, you know, that we hear all the time on the rural landscape, and you see somebody and you hear that phrase, hey, how you doing?
Yep.
I don't hear that a lot in some of the. In fact, it's dangerous to make eye contact. Right. But in the rural landscape, that's the norm.
Oh yeah, I catch a lot of people off guard that are traveling that are not from this region when they come in, because I am a bit overwhelming in regards. Thank you for coming in. I can't make it without you. And they'll order a barbecue sandwich, and they'll be from a little north of here, shall we say? And I said, now our barbecue's Eastern North Carolina style, vinegar based.
Absolutely.
Are you sure you want that?
A little bit tang on it.
Yeah, I got a little tang, a little sour. You ready for that? Well, I don't know, but I'll try it. So I go get a little cup in the back and I let them taste it, and they go, I'll try it. And 90% of them like it, but they've never tasted it. Where else are they going to go and somebody's going to do that?
Yeah.
Where is that going to happen? Where can you go fishing and go get in a heart-shaped bathtub? I mean,
that's right.
Not a lot of places.
Not really,
a lot of places.
Yeah.
And I left out Greens Park over here at Cape Fear Winery. You've got another park. I mean, again, the Browns Creek Bike Trail. There's so much to do here, and people are so good to each other, and they're also so good to those that they don't know. Our goal in the coffee shop and the sandwich shop is to engage every customer as much as possible, that we don't make them uncomfortable. Because some people don't like to talk. And that's tough.
I can't imagine that.
That's tough on me. But we do engage them. We do get their kids on I got a hobby horse in here they can ride, and they get on it. I've got a little boat in here from Crystal Beach at White Lake that went around in a circle in 1950s and 60s. So it's literally the land that time forgot. Good morals, values, welcome, glad to have you, love you, come back and see us.
And you got everything from the hobby horse to a golf course.
Right.
Yes.
I mean,
we missed the golf course. Forgive me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one of the other one of the other great things we have, and quite frankly, some places are jealous of it. We have a very attractive downtown with lots of good stores in it, and we're very fortunate.
And you got Ricky Lanwan's downtown that's fixing to be in their 90th year as a store that's got an unbelievable history, family history. That is tremendous.
And they're an anchor, and across the street you got Fisher's, which is an anchor. Then you got all our little boutiques beside it. And I was telling the girls earlier, I think we've got 12 to 15 primarily female-owned businesses in this town. The ladies own it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
And what you and I both know is they own everything.
They own it anyway, but just their names.
We're just along for the ride, man. I'm just saying. But this is such a great conversation. I just love to do this on a weekly basis and get what you guys are doing out there. But to me, I think what is so impressive is you're in the business of selling stuff, but you care about people that you're selling it to, which tells me you have a great depth of knowledge of the product you're selling.
Mr. Simmons, I'll say this, and I believe this about life in general. Our little town is not about the sale, it's about the experience. When you learn that as an adult, you've stepped over the threshold.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to just sell you a sandwich and fries here to make
you got to experience that sandwich.
I want you to come in. I want you to say, well, man, he was crazy. I enjoyed that. Oh, his little girl at the register was the sweetest young girl I've ever met. She is. His girl that brought me my food was beautiful and sweet. I want you to have an experience, not just buy our product. And I think the whole county's like that.
Feel as though that phrase, back to that phrase again, hey, how you doing, really is asking a question.
And they care.
Exactly. And they care. Yes. We got about a minute coming up here before we got to close. Anyone that's got anything left? Terry?
Just, Smithfield Cups, first time we're doing it. Hopefully people come. Please go check it out. Smithfieldcup.com and see what we're going to do with it. It's going to be the end of our big weekend here that has so much going on. We know you'll love it. Come stay with us, especially if you have Monday off. Just come down for the whole weekend.
Absolutely.
Yes, please join us for our 18th annual North Carolina Grape Festival and stomp some grapes with us on Saturday, October 12th.
10 seconds. That's
Come
hard.
to the pink out. You come to the pink out and you wear pink. That's all I ask. We love you. You come see us. We want you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us today. We've had fun in Bladen County. We look forward to seeing you again next week on We Should Know. Keep in mind, each and every Tuesday at 2:30 with replays at 7 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday on Star Communications TV Channel 16. See you. May God bless.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of We Should Know with host J.W. Simmons. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion regarding this or any episode, please send your emails to weshouldknowedu@gmail.com. And remember to tune in every Tuesday at 2:30 for another informative episode of We Should Know.